Salisbury Center, we are back and ready for our next fight. Making his way to the ring and fighting out of the red corner, it's Naveen Sundaramurth.
Welcome everybody back to TCB 46. Naveen Sundaramurth coming into the ring here, 21 years old, 5'7", 140 pounds, fighting out of Foundry BJJ. What do you know about this guy, Brent?
He's got a name that I wouldn't want to have to say 10 times fast, but Naveen Sundaramurth,
Yeah.
and 21 years old, 5'7", coming in here, making his debut inside of the TCB ring. And this is a 142-pound weight class fight. Not too much to tell about this guy, really. You know, I know I don't know really what his background in combat sports might be, but he's coming in here trying to make his stamp inside of the TCB ring under the bright Salisbury Center lights, and I'm excited to see him in here. You know, every guy that comes in here, like we were mentioning before, you know, when they're making their debut, they want to start out 1-0, you know, not 0-1, and unfortunately, one of these guys is going to have to start off 0-1. But really excited to see the next crop of fighters come through here inside of the TCB ring. Both guys 21 years of age, so very young in their fight careers, and his coach, you know, clapping it up for him and excited. Let's go ahead and get the blue corner in. Send it down to Chris.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring and fighting out of the blue corner, it's Kymani Gomez.
Kymani Gomez, 21 years old, 5'11", so 4 inches taller than his opponent, 142 pounds. Now, Brent, I noticed that this fight is at a catch weight of 142 pounds. That's not a normal weight class. What's up with that?
You know, a lot of times, well, I'm not sure this instance, but a lot of times guys are just in between weight classes, you know what I mean? They can't quite make, you know, 135, but at the same time, they're not really a 150 or 155-pound fighter, so they choose to make a catch weight, you know? So that's what I'm assuming happened in this instance. Sometimes catch weights happen when there's, you know, whether you know, people struggling to make weight or whatever the case may be. But Kymani Gomez, excited to see him inside the TCB ring, making his debut, the real last dragon, as he likes to be called, and excited to see the real last dragon make his way inside the ring. And
yeah, now Kymani doesn't look like he, you know, has a conditioning problem, so it doesn't look like it was a case where he missed weight. But
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 two-minute rounds in the TCB catch weight of 142 pounds. It's brought to you by our friends at Tony's New York Pizza, simply the best Italian dishes in Northern Virginia. And now, starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'7" and weighing in at 140 pounds, fighting out of Foundry BJJ and Travel Train Teach, it's Naveen Sundaramurth. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'11" and weighing in at 142 pounds, he is an independent fighter making his TCB debut. It's Kymani, the Last Dragon Gomez. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 two-minute rounds in the TCB catch weight of 142 pounds. It is brought to you by our friends at Tony's New York Style Pizza, and your referee is Ben Lipoff.
Here we go in our 7th exciting bout of the evening here at TCB 46. Referee Ben Lipoff getting ready to bring him to the center. Here we go.
Furious exchanges there to start things off.
Wow.
Once again, these guys are getting right into it.
Fast start from both of these guys in a catch weight fight. You know, in 142-pound weight class, right? So, you know, they fight like lighter weight guys, but they also pack a punch, you know, because they got some weight on them and some power behind those hands and feet. So, wow, some powerful leg kicks. I mean, the Last Dragon is throwing everything into every shot.
Yeah, Kymani really loading up on some of those punches. Oh, there's a front kick. Knocks down Naveen, but they're going to maybe call that a slip.
Yeah, Naveen walking him down, but Kymani really firing on all cylinders here, it looks like, here in this first round. Nice leg kick. Ooh. Oh. Oh,
Kymani with that spinning kick.
Wow.
Oh, he's got him stumbled.
This one might be close. I think he's
wow.
definitely feeling it. He better show some responsiveness to the referee. What a beautiful spinning hook kick that was.
Looks like Naveen's going to continue. Wow. Kymani really showing off some of the skills there. There's a front kick. Backs him up.
Man, that was a beautifully timed spinning hook kick.
Now throwing the combinations to the head is Kymani Gomez. Naveen slips down once again.
Kymani out of Independence Muay Thai, looking super sharp.
It's like Naveen is grimacing a little bit.
Yeah, well, I think that's.
Look at that leg kick.
Oh.
Pretty exciting first round there from Kymani Gomez. Wow, we saw quite a lot of his skills on display there.
Yeah, he's got an intense look in his eye. Looks very focused, very sharp. And, you know, I'm sure his coaches there at Independence Muay Thai are feeling good about this one. Naveen, on the other hand, with Foundry BJJ, he's got to really dig deep and start to find an answer. Because, man, Kymani, that was a beautiful spinning hook kick. He hit him with the Last Dragon kick right there in the side of the head. And you can see, you were talking about Naveen grimacing. You could definitely see Naveen grimacing, you know, behind his, you know, sometimes when those kicks or punches hit you right there on the ear, and it throws off your equilibrium. It just really throws you off, period. And I think Naveen was really trying to kind of calibrate himself and get himself back in the game there. I didn't know if he was going to be able to continue, but he ultimately ended up pulling it together, and we're moving into round two here in this exciting catch weight 142-pound fight.
See if Naveen is able to recover. Looking okay. Kymani, again, throwing bombs. Nice leg kick from Kymani, and he is just pouring it on. Yeah. Goes to the clinch, backs up. Naveen against the ropes.
Yeah, Kymani, very intense, very powerful, and like I was saying, throwing everything into those shots that he's putting on him.
Kymani looks like maybe I don't know, do you think he's gassed himself a little bit?
Well, he's definitely, you know, with the kind of output that he's been having, it's gonna start to fade a bit, but I wouldn't say he's gassed.
Yeah,
I think he's.
That's probably not the best term, but yeah, definitely the volume not quite the same. You see Naveen there gets in a punch.
Nice leg kick from Naveen.
See, I'm seeing Kymani breathing a little bit heavier.
And I can agree with that. I'm sitting right down here by ringside, and I can tell you both fighters are breathing pretty heavily.
Yeah. Well, they had quite the intense first round.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that spinning wheel kick, Chris, but that was a thing of beauty.
Well, I was sitting down in the VIP section talking to a couple of our VIPs here this evening. Welcome into our fight. And I heard the crowd erupt, and I had to run to grab my headset.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, Naveen getting some good offense there on the clinch.
Oh,
and wow,
brutal.
he's pounding him against the ropes. Kymani has no answer.
He just ate about 5 or 6 elbows right to the face.
What was that? The ref, is he going to give him a standing 8 or just give him, give him a breather?
Yeah.
What just happened, Brent?
I don't know, but that was good. That was good for the Last Dragon.
That had to be a standing 8.
I think it should have been, yeah.
I don't know. I'm looking at Kymani's body language there in the corner. He looks like he's kind of tired. So, boy.
You might have been right, Brooke. You called it, man. You know, you were saying he was starting to gas a bit, and I didn't really see it at the time, but now I definitely do.
So you can see over in Naveen's corner, he's also breathing heavily. He's taking in those deep breaths while his corner talks to him. This is going to be interesting. I think you could make a case that maybe Naveen stole that round late, which would make this an even fight going into the 3rd round.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the body language looks a lot better for Naveen heading into this 3rd round. I know I saw Naveen's corner, you know, the guy just jumped in the ring and was more fired up than anyone in this room. You know, he was like, let's go. He was really happy with the way Naveen finished up that round, and he knows that he's making a comeback if he can keep it going.
This may be where we start to see the separation between an independent fighter and a guy that trains out of a couple different schools.
Yeah, exactly. You know, guys, we see guys all the time who kind of train on their own, and you can do that, but ultimately, I think look at that.
Look at those elbows coming in from Naveen on the ropes.
That was a big knee.
You see that knee, Chris? Yeah.
Brutal.
And Kymani's just kind of standing there taking it.
Jeez.
Good kick from Naveen.
Yeah. Chris, we've touched on it a bunch of times. I'm sorry, Brooke, we've touched on it a bunch of times now, but you're right. He is looking gassed. I'll say it officially. He is gassed.
Yeah, Naveen's still coming on pretty strong. I don't see the Last Dragon energy like I did in the 1st round. But look at him just walking right towards him and walking right into the fire. So we'll see what Kymani really can do here to finish up this 3rd round.
That's one thing that I would really coach young fighters on, especially young fighters stepping into a ring like the TCB and Cagezilla rings. Adrenaline dump is real.
Yeah.
And when you get out here under these lights and the crowd's going crazy, you're not back in your gym anymore. You're not at your home mat. Yeah. And there are people going crazy, and it really does affect you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it kind of magnifies everything times 10, really, when you got it. When you got it.
Just unanswered shots from Naveen. Kymani's not doing anything but sitting there taking the punches, taking the elbows.
Yeah, he's covering up.
Taking knees.
I'm not sure how long the ref is going to allow this to take place here without giving him a standing 8, and he still didn't do it.
Wow.
Nice headshots from Naveen.
I'm not sure it's going to matter in this fight, Brent, but that really could.
Oh, wow. Kymani, once again, is just standing there taking fire. I'll tell you what, this is going to be a really interesting decision because as good as Kymani looked at the beginning, that's how good Naveen looked at the end.
Yeah, I think Naveen walked away with it.
Wow. Yeah, he might have pulled that out. It was a tough 1st round to start for him. But man, Kymani really faded quickly between 2nd and 3rd round, and I'm not sure. He's got a kind of funny look on his face, like he's might not feel well or something, you know, or maybe it was a couple of those knees he took to the body. But either way, I thought he had an amazing 1st round. But then, you know, we'll see what the judges see. But I think Naveen might have taken rounds 2 and 3. What do you think, Brooke?
Yeah, I think if I was scoring this, I'd definitely give Kymani the 1st round. 2nd round was a little bit harder to call because Kymani started out pretty intense, but again, it looked like he kind of ran out of energy. Naveen came on late, and then I think that 3rd round was all Naveen. I mean, Kymani was just standing there taking shot after shot after shot. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be really close, but I think Naveen might have stolen it. I'd give him 29-28.
Oh, man. Yeah, definitely based on body language here. Naveen is got that good energy still going, that powerful energy, that look in his eye, and the Last Dragon, Kymani, does not. And so we'll see what the judges see here, but man, Naveen really weathered a heavy storm and had a heck of a comeback there in rounds 2 and 3, and what a nice show of sportsmanship there, Brooke.
Yeah, this will be a great first fight for both of these guys. They both are going to learn quite a lot from them. Both of them had just really exciting moments, really good things to build on, and also other things that, they can go back to the lab and put the work in and, maybe fill in some of those holes. So really, really good debut for both of these guys.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see how the judges score this one. Judges tallying up the score here. This is a tough one. Like we were saying, but I think that, at least in my eyes, it's pretty clear kind of how the fight went, and you got to judge the fight round by round, and, that's why they have the 10-9 must system, The winner of each round gets 10 points, the loser gets 9 or below, and they got to hand it to someone. And if they had to hand that third round to anyone, I would say probably Naveen. The first round, Kymani. I think the question is going to be who they give that second round to, because Kymani did start off that second round pretty strong too, if you remember. And so, yeah, tough one. The judges they're taking a little bit of time here, tallying everything up. So. We'll see. It could be a split.
Yeah, I would be shocked if any of the scorecards were different than 29-28. The question is who will get the 29 and who will get the 28. But, like you said, Kymani clearly the first round winner, Naveen clearly the third round. So looks like Chris Fuller's got the official decision in hand. So let's go down to him to make this one official and find out who the winner is.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. But before we do, let's hear it for both these warriors, putting on a great show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Judge 1 has scored the bout 28-27 red. Judge 2 has scored the bout 29-26 blue. And Judge 3 has scored the bout 28-27 for your winner, by split decision. Out of the right corner, it's Naveen Sundaramurth.
Wow, that was interesting. Judges scorecards there.
Yeah, looks like a lot of point deductions or 10-8 rounds or something. I don't know what that was. There was a 26 in there. What? Wow.
Congratulations to Naveen. Can't wait to see him back inside of the TCB ring, as well as the Last Dragon. I think he showed a lot of potential. He's got to go back to the drawing board and fix some cardio issues, I believe, but great potential for both of these guys. Can't wait to see both of them back inside the TCB ring.